Welcome back. It's been a few weeks since my last upload. A lot has happened in the shop and in life in general over those last couple of weeks. I guess I should probably just catch you up to speed. Okay, so this is what we were working on. If you can't tell, this is a 4-position turret style tool post. This was intended to be a turret tool post for the LeBlanc Lathe. As you can see, that is not the LeBlanc. However, it is sitting where the LeBlanc used to be. So yes, I sold the LeBlanc. I should note, I had no intention of selling that machine. If you've seen my last couple of videos, it's probably pretty clear that I loved that machine. I had put months of work into that machine. I loved that machine. That being said, it was just kind of like this perfect storm of circumstances came together, and you know, here we are. I won't belabor the point, but I will say, just to kind of justify myself, I got an offer on that machine that allowed me to replace it with this machine and still walk away with a profit margin greater than what I originally paid for that machine. So it was a pretty good deal on my end. Also, I have wanted a machine like this for quite a while. This is a really nice machine, and we'll go over it in just a second here, and I'll explain a little bit more about it. But I've always kind of wanted to. Actually, when I bought the LeBlanc, it was because I wanted a machine similar to this, but couldn't find one in my price range. And that LeBlanc in my area, I was able to get a decent deal on it because of how big it was, because I was willing to deal with it. And so I got a pretty decent deal on that machine. And I bought it because I wanted a gearhead machine like this, and I found that LeBlanc, and I bought that. But this is what I was looking for, something like this, when I bought that LeBlanc. But I ended up falling in love with that LeBlanc. But if we're being realistic, I mean, honestly, this is much more appropriately sized for me and my shop. And I think this is just going to be a great machine for me, and I know that I am going to end up loving this machine just as much as I loved that LeBlanc. So let me show you the machine, show you a little bit about it, tell you a little bit about it, and tell you what we're going to be doing in this video. This is not just going to be me talking about the machines the whole time. Okay, so real quick, just a little bit about the machine. It is, of course, a gearhead. It is made in Taiwan, 8 speeds from 100 to 2000 RPM. It cuts both inch and metric threads from the gearbox. There are a couple of change gears for some of the metric threads, but no big deal. It's mostly all done through the gearbox. It has both inch and metric on the dials, which is really cool, I think, anyway. It has a dial on the carriage, which I also think is really, really cool. Let's see. It has a coolant system built in, which is fantastic. 3-phase, 3-horsepower motor. It is 13 by 40 inches between centers. MT3 in the tailstock, and Morse taper 4.5 in the headstock, which is a little weird, but whatever. Oh, the condition of the machine. Like I said, it's Taiwanese, so it's incredibly well made. You can see that there's hand flaking on the soft ways for both the cross slide and the compounds, and that flaking is still present because the machine is basically brand new. When I brought it into the shop, I had to clean off the original shipping grease. The machine was originally bought by an older gentleman who unfortunately got sick right after buying the machine, and it sat in his garage for like a decade. And that's basically been its life. So it's essentially a brand new machine. And yeah, I'm really excited. It's just a beautiful machine with all the features that I want. So yeah, I am super stoked about this machine. Very happy to have it. So let's talk about what we are going to do in this video. All right, so of course, first things first, we need to get the machine leveled, or at least do the initial leveling. I've got my stair at number 98 just sitting up on some 1, 2, 3 blocks here, and it's actually surprisingly close. It's just a stroke of luck there, but a little bit of adjustment still needed. So yeah, we'll just go back and forth. We're at the headstock now, and we'll go back and forth between the headstock and the tailstock until it settles in and looks good. So the machine did come with these handy leveling bolts and pads that the bolts sit on, which is really nice. These are just cast iron, and the bolts sit inside of a little lip here, which is it's really nice. I don't have to make anything. And so all we need to do, it looks like, is raise this guy up just a little bit and check to see where we are. I may have gone a little overboard. Let's try that again. Well, this is going far too smooth. Let's move down to the tailstock and see what that looks like. I have to be honest, when things go this smooth is when I start getting nervous. Okay, this is the 3-jaw chuck that the machine came with. And, you know, aside from being kind of rusty from sitting in that guy's garage for a decade or however long, you know, it's fine, I guess. You know, it's your typical import 3-jaw chuck. I have already removed the back plate from this chuck because if you haven't guessed, I don't want to use this. I want to use my Bison chuck. This is the same Bison from the video that I just did not too long ago, where we machined a back plate to fit this to the LeBlanc. These are very similar in size, but they're not exactly the same size. This is actually slightly bigger, and the back, let me just flip it around and show you. The register here in the back of these chucks is also different as well. So this register is a little bigger than this register, and also because this chuck's a little bit bigger, the hole pattern for the bolts is just slightly off. So the back plate from this needs to be machined to fit this chuck. So that is what we are going to do next. I am not going to make a whole video out of that, you know, because I've already done a video on machining a back plate. But, you know, I'll just film a little bit of it, and we're going to have to, like I said, machine for the register, and then we're going to have to drill new holes in that chuck to fit the pattern on the back of this chuck. So yeah, I'll just knock it out, get it done, and then move on to whatever it is that we need to do next. Okay, so I have already measured, and it looks like I need to take off about 193 thou from this registration surface here. So that's step number 1, and then once that's done, we'll skim both of these surfaces, and that should give us a good square mount for the new chuck. Okay, let's check that. Now, if I gotta give it a little tap with a hammer or the mallet to get it on, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to go too far. Oh, that is, okay, I guess that's, yeah, that's good. It's not moving anywhere. It's a little bit looser than I would like. I would like it to just hang on there, you know? Yeah. It's amazing how just so little can take off so much, but I mean, I guess that's it. That's as good as we're gonna get. Okay. Okay, let's drill some holes. All right, we have moved over to the mill and we're all set up to drill for the mounting hardware. We're dialed in. I've got the hole pattern set up in the DRO, and we're just gonna knock it out. I gotta tell you, this part always makes me nervous. You know, like, I know that it should fit, but I don't know. I feel like you just never know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always just expecting it to just to not line up. But I think we're good to go. Yeah, nice. Well, there was one more thing that I had wanted to get done in this video, and that was adapting my quick change tool post to this lathe. However, the days just kind of keep passing, and I really would like to get this video edited and posted because it has been so long since I have posted a video. So we have success on the chuck, and I think that's where I'm gonna call it for now, and maybe we'll do the tool post in its own video. We'll have to make a T-nut, and I don't know, it's not going to be a lot of work, so maybe I'll just do that off camera. But either way, I want to call this one here, and I want to get this video posted. I know that this video wasn't, you know, probably not very exciting. There wasn't a ton of machining, or at least the machining that we did do was, you know, pretty basic stuff that I, even with the few videos I have, I've already covered on my channel. But I just wanted to, you know, kind of post an update about my life in the shop, and this is it, this lathe, and this is what's going on. So this was the video. But anyway, if anybody actually stayed for this long, as always, thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate each and every person who watches these videos, and I appreciate all interactions, comments, criticisms. So please feel free to speak your mind below if you would like to. And with that, I guess I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.